Hello everybody, welcome back to another video and welcome back for another message. The message for today is about appreciating the slowness of life, and we'll be reading from Ecclesiastes 3, chapter 3, verse 1. I always make the same mistake, but just Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. And it goes, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens." One more time. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Now, in our day-to-day lives, but also on the longer term, with the plans that we have for ourselves, we tend to try and accelerate things and, get things done in a time that seems good to us, which is important. It's good to have deadlines, it's good to have limits, but within those limits, we should also create buffer periods to just slow down and do nothing. Because ultimately, what ends up happening when we try and do everything at once and get things done quickly, we don't fully focus on the one task that we have at hand. And when we're resting, we're not really resting because we're using that time to catch up on something else or to get work done in advance. But I think that, like this Bible verse says, there is a time for everything. There should be a time to work, and there should be transition periods with everything you do. Just like God will have you in a specific season of your life, which may last 3, 4 months, 6 months, a year. Every period of your life should be taken for what it is, without necessarily throwing everything into the mix and ultimately making it more complicated than it's meant to be, for one, and two, which would also not allow you to do that thing right. The second part of this verse goes, "And a season for every activity under the sun." Now, as I mentioned, in the grander scheme of things, we have these big plans, we have these big goals that are obviously breaking down into our day-to-day life. Ultimately, we need to take things one step at a time. That obviously makes things go slower, and slow is definitely not what we associate to success or the way the world moves nowadays. Everything is very fast paced. But we should slow down. And we shouldn't just slow down, but we should appreciate slowing down as a way to rest, as a way to reflect, which ultimately allows you to come back better and able to do the next task to the fullest of your abilities and to complete the task the way it's meant to be completed. One thing at a time, one step at a time, and slowly but surely, you'll get things done properly, but also be able to enjoy life without feeling like you have too much on your plate, or feeling like you're about to crash out, or yeah. So yeah, enjoy the slowness of life, appreciate the slowness of life, take it easy, take it slow. Quicker, you can go further, but slower, you can get things done better.